All right, so
getting ready to start pretty soon.
yeah. And for those of you who are just joining us, it's the King class, the super heavyweights of raw powerlifting. As the first inaugural world event in raw lifting in the IPF, and hopefully many to come.
Yeah, I understand the next year's championships are going to be in Russia.
Yeah.
And, if that's the case, then
traditionally big crowd there.
Yeah, it should be quite a competition. I'm looking forward to that already.
All right, so Bill, can you just recite quickly the raw rules of the IPF so the viewers can?
Well, the technical rules for the lift itself are the same. I mean, you have to break parallel. What that means is the top of your leg at the hip joint has to break parallel with the top of your knee. Has to go below the top of your knee. So that's the same as whether you're lifting equipped or unequipped. You have to stand erect before you go down, before you get the signal to squat. That means your knees locked, and same at the finish. You have to stand erect with your knees locked.
Yeah, Mihail Loutsis of Greece just missed his lift. I think it was a call on depth. Did you see if the referee showed the red card on?
I just didn't. I didn't see that quite, but.
Oh, we missed that. That's fine. They're asking if it's top of the patella or top of the actual knee.
No, it's the top of the actual knee.
The physical,
yeah, the physical knee. Top of the physical knee.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and we would like to warn all commentators on people making the comments on the live stream that please refrain from abusing language or anything like that, or the mention of doping or anything. The IPF EC has warned us to please just don't do this.
Yeah, we want to keep it clean. I mean, we all have opinions, but we have to do voice our opinions in a civilized way. And
yeah,
that's what we're here for.
All right, so it's Pearce Matthew of Great Britain. The big guys now coming in play. Nice wide stance.
One thing that's interesting is the footwear. Some people like to wear flat shoes.
No, I was just about to comment on that.
Some people like to wear running shoes. Of course, if you're, it's naturally it's the option to do what you think you feel is best for you. But I've always wondered why you wear running shoes. Great for running and jumping, but if you have 300 kilos on your back, you're bouncing around like you're standing on a mattress. So you want to be.
That's right.
I've always thought you want to be pretty stable in the squat. But then
well, obviously, apparently not with a wide stance. Many people use the Converse trainers there.
Yeah. Well, this is what I say. It's it's a matter of preference.
Individual preferences. Yeah. Kirkeboen Lars. I don't know how to say his name, but
yeah.
Of Norway.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a big guy.
Nice technique.
Yeah, 3 whites.
Okay, we put 290 kilos on the bar. We have 2 lifters, Sprutta Poland and Seppanen Finland.
I noticed your comment here about wrist wraps. Wrist wraps are allowed. The reason they allow wrist wraps is because there's constant stress in the squat. There's complete contraction of the wrist joint, as there is also in the bench press. So this is why they're allowing wrist wraps, and they don't really help your lift. They don't help you push the weight up, unlike in the squat where knee wraps will help you come out of the squat and help you rebound. but wrist wraps, they just help protect the wrist. Help,
Yeah.
you know.
Big Robert, never heard of them. Obviously, stress he's
Yeah.
squatting without the reps.
Well, that's good, but you know, as soon as your wrists start to get sore, especially in training, you should wear that and protect them. And
That was a 2-to-1 in favor lift. That was good.
very good.
Tero Seppanen Finland. They will be followed by Markussen Norway. Bar is loaded. Tero.
All right, so Tero Seppanen.
Yeah.
I hope I used the right Finnish accent there. 290 kilos on the bar. Look at the... He was slow on descent,
Yeah.
but pretty fast coming up. That was a good lift.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember being at the, well, I was at the original meeting when the IPF started. I was 23 years old, I'm 64 now. But we voted wraps. I remember voting.
You like half of it.
Yeah, we voted all the rules, and that's, it was the rule, the wraps, all wraps, wrist wraps and knee wraps we allowed, and belt was all strictly safety, for safety. And the reason they allowed knees wraps was the potential for complete contraction of the knee joint if you fail a lift.
Yeah, but they were not supportive knee wraps at that time.
They were tensor bandage. I mean, and what happened was, instead of, we never had rules on how thick the wraps could be, and that, so they, the lifters and that were one step ahead. And we were sort of always playing catch up. But originally it was just for safety. That's what the wraps were for, and wrist wraps and knee wraps. And you were only allowed wrist wraps, knee wraps, and a belt.
So Lars making his lift. In the meanwhile, yeah, should be rewind. Always good. Thank you, Bill. It's great to hear this background information, how reps developed and stuff. Well, just, you know, it's always good to hear these things.
Good.
And I don't think the listeners or the viewers get to hear many of the people who were there actually when the IPF was formed. Yeah, Bill, just speak up.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm notorious for having a weak voice. Sorry about that.
It's okay, so let's see Pielorz Stefan. Just shy of 300 kilos, 295 there.
Came all the way up. The referee says, yes, it's a good lift. 2-1. We put 297.5 kilos, 297.5 for Martins.
Oh yeah, those questions about allowed knee sleeves and stuff. Bill, can you answer some of those? It's,
yeah, I noticed the one there about suits. It's just, it has to be polyester or cotton or a blend of that, polyester and cotton in a suit.
Non-supportive.
Non-supportive, and nothing's checked now. We have a technical controller at the, if you look off to the side, if you're watching your screen, you'll see the technical controller where the lifters come out, and he's checking, visually checking the knee these slip-on bands and the wrist wraps, and he's checking the suit to make sure that everything complies with the rules.
Wow. The Latvian making his lift in the meanwhile. Oh, it's good to see people from Latvia too. You know, I was just talking with Thomas before that you get to see many new faces in this Raw World Cup that you never see showing up in equipped World Championships.
Yeah, well, it's made it more open to other people. I mean, there's people in shot putting and different sports that train with weights, and I don't think they're prepared to put equipment on to be competitive in a powerlifting contest, but in a non-equipped contest, they can come in and compete.
Now let's see, Stephen Pritchard of Australia, actually born in New Zealand, yeah, and proud of it. Just talked to him yesterday. Wow, 305 kilograms. That was an easy lift.
Very good start, Stephen. Okay, we put 312.5 kilos on the bar for Robin Sjogren, Sweden.
Oh, they're asking where we are from.
Where we're from? Well, my friend here is from Hungary, and I'm from Canada.
Yeah. Welsh. You're Welsh.
Me?
I'm Scottish.
Yeah.
No, it's a joke. Okay, so it's
Actually,
Sjogren Robin.
Actually, I was born in Northern Ireland.
Oh,
Came to Canada at a young age, 4 years old, but yeah, I'm Canadian.
Sjogren Robin. 312. It's a good lift. Great, great. Guys, keep your questions in check. Stay on the subject.
Sumner USA. Will be followed by Kovalchuk Russia. Will be the last lifter in the first round.
So it's getting serious here, Bill. It's 330 of from Russia, Kovalchuk. Ooh, big guy.
Yeah.
He weighed in at 151 kilos.
Should be Sumner 315.
Yes, again, the referees, can you see, it's Patrick Thur of Sweden, it's Hans-Jürgen Nitka of Germany,
1 minute.
and I think it's another Swedish referee there.
On the far side?
No,
This side?
nearest to us.
Oh, that's no, that's from Great Britain. That is Alex Matheson.
Ah, he's sitting with his
Yes.
back to
Yeah,
us.
his
So
back to us, yeah.
okay. Okay, so let's see Big Artem.
Sumner will be the next lifter.
So let's just look at it, Bill. What do you think of this step? Well, it was easy as pie.
Yes, it's a good
It's
lift.
2-1 in favor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's in the competition.
Yeah, it's good.
It's interesting to see the only lift missed so far was the first one of the Greek lifter. Well, you know, Bill, you have been to like countless of competitions. So what about this bomb bat rate and the missing lifts, the openers in raw or equipped? What's your experience?
Well, as a referee, it's when the lifters come out to do their first squats, you have to set the tone right off the bat. I mean, you call it the way you see it naturally, but if you let high lifts go at the first, then everyone is going to get the message they're letting high lifts go. But if you referee properly and call them when they're not deep enough, then everyone
Look at
realizes
Big Lane
that's the
Summer.
way the lifts are going to be called. So,
Wow. That's an opener.
yeah. Now you notice he bent
75.
he bent forward a little bit there. So you
Yeah, it's 2-1 against.
see, yeah. So he bent
And
forward.
showing the red card, so it's a depth issue.
Yeah, and the reason for that, it may on your screen it may look like he was deep enough because it looked, wow, he was down there. But really what's happening is he's bending forward and his shoulders are going down. But the referees are looking. Remember, for the surface of the knee at the hip joint. They're looking for that going down below the knee. So his hips didn't go down. He went forward.
So it's got to be actually the surface of the legs at the hip joint.
That's right. Yeah.
Not the hip joint itself.
That's right. So when you squat down, you want to get, once you get close to breaking parallel, you want to stay straight and get the hips down. You don't want to bend forward and not go down with your hips.
Right. Well, it's easier said than done.
That's for sure. But that's all part of your training. Your coach or who's ever watching you should be telling you this.
That's Loutsis. He's one of the. I talked to the Greek coach, and he's one of those few people who are not weightlifters turned powerlifters, but he started actually with powerlifting.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, it was a good lift.
Well, the lifters that have done weightlifting, Olympic weightlifting before they've been powerlifters, they usually have excellent style because they have good flexibility, and
Yeah.
it's a good start. It's a good base for a powerlifter. You don't have to do that,
Yeah,
but it's a good base.
Yeah, I talk to many of these weightlifters. Sometimes they have to unlearn what they learned in weightlifting.
Yeah,
because it's a different style.
Yes.
So Pearce is getting psyched up here. That's a squat and a good morning in one.
Yeah, that was wasn't too easy.
But it was a good fight.
It was good. Good fight.
Well done.
Yep.
Very good, Matt. Okay, we put 295 kilos on the board.
So we're looking at it at the standings here at Blaine Sumner. A projected total of 895 here. What with his openers. Okay, so lifter from Brazil. Yeah. He went deep.
Yeah, pretty good. See what the referees say. Yeah, 2-1. It's good.
2-1. The one called it on depth.
2-1. Okay, we keep the same weight. Bar for Lars Kirkeboen from Norway.
Daniel.
Sprutta Bar is loaded. Lars Kirkeboen, Norway.
So Lars from Norway again. He's a big guy, my God. He must be over. Oh, he's almost 2 meters tall. He's a big one.
Sure is.
Look at him.
Yeah.
The back spotter, I know that.
Well, look,
that
his
was
hands on his hands on the bar from collar to collar, and it looks like,
yeah.
you know, he's set up for
He's
a bench
like
press.
squeezing his
Yeah.
lads.
Big boy, big man.
That was easy.
It's a good lift.
Still. So what's the second attempt should look like? What? Like
Well, the second attempt should be something your best in training, or maybe just a little bit more. And it should be, it shouldn't be a grinder. It shouldn't be awfully hard, but it shouldn't be easy either.
right.
So you want to save the hard one for your last, for your third one.
It's kind of difficult to do it or calculate it in equipment.
Yeah. But this is something there again, you and your coach have to be aware of what you're doing in training and how easy your lifts look. And you got to remember that your first one is just to get you on the board. It's like a last warm-up in a certain respect.
Yeah. So Robert again. He's not even using the knee sleeves.
Yeah.
There were some discussions about these knee sleeves. Robert is making his lift probably.
After all, remember the knee sleeves are in there for one thing reason, not for support. They're for to keep your knees warm. So, I don't know. As long as you warmed up your knees backstage, I don't know. It's debatable as whether you would really need them on the front if they're not helping your legs, helping you squat.
Well, even if you know the lifter's mentality is even if it's half a kilo, it's half a kilo.
That's true. That's true.
Robert, unfortunately, missing his lift there. From Poland. So look at him. He's going so slow and controlled.
Very controlled. That's a nice smooth lift.
That's a nice lift.
Yeah.
Well, this is a typical example of what you just mentioned. The second lift should look like.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, we keep the same weight for Lars Markussen, Norway. He will be followed by Pielorz from Germany. Is loaded. Come on, Lars.
Well, people, we are on the last day of the championships here in Stockholm, Sweden. A Raw World Cup of the IPF in powerlifting. We have a very nice week behind us. Bill.
Yeah, it was
Real
good.
competitive
Yeah.
lifting.
Yeah, it was good.
And this is the biggest class, the super heavies. Over 120 kilos. Wow, that was deep at the wide stance.
It was a nice squat. I mean, when he was at the bottom position in the squat, the big thing there was his knees were over top of his feet. So when he was pushing, the power was going straight down. Whereas if your knees are in and your feet are out further, it's hard to break on the way down in the first place, but on the way up, it's hard to generate power down because you're pushing out. So when you're in the bottom of the squat, it's important to have your knees over top of your feet. That's the way I see it. Maybe other opinions, but that's the way I see it.
Well, thank you for the expert advice. Okay, so it's Stefan. Let's see. He was successful at 295. Germany's big squatter, Andy Derner, couldn't make it to this competition. It's a pity. I would have liked to see him lift, especially in the squat. I heard he has some knee problems, unfortunately. But Germany is still sending some lifters.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes,
221. Well, it's as good as 3 white lines.
That's right.
From Latvia. He will be followed by Stephen Pritchard.
So Martins from Latvia. Latvia is not very far away from here.
No, it's quite close, actually, yeah.
That was a very deep squat.
That was easy.
And he's happy about it. Now Australia again.
There we go.
With a full coaching team.
That's Robert Wilkes there coaching.
The inventor of the work system.
That's right, yeah. He's been around since the early 70s as well.
Yeah, he's also an old hat in powerlifting.
Yeah.
Come on, Stephen, it's all yours.
Big Steven. Look at him mesmerizing the bar first.
$320 kilos. See how this goes.
Wow. Look good to me. Wow. He's on a roll.
Okay.
Good.
25 kilos, 55 for Robin Sweden. Will be followed by Kovalchuk, Russia.
All right, so Sweden again. He looks like a Viking warrior.
I was going to say that all he needs is an axe.
And a horn helmet.
Yeah.
What was he weighing in at? 162. Did you see this lean before he started squatting?
Yeah.
That's actually it's a spot of the lift. This,
Yeah.
you know, to find the best angle for his back.
Yeah, if you lean forward from the hip joints, but you don't want to bend your back.
Yeah.
But leaning forward from the hip joints is good.
It's okay. Yeah.
And you keep your chest out. Big breath, big chest. And away you go.
Kovalchuk. An increase of 20 kilograms. 350. Давай, Россия. Well, usually the Russians, they have such a good technique.
They do. It's like I say, a part of it's from Olympic weightlifting. Even though some things they have to relearn, the technique and the way they keep their chest and their back arched is
Oh, yeah,
really
look
good.
like it's almost all leg power
Yeah.
and glute power.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's 2-1 against.
Wow.
And it's red cards from the two referees, so it's a depth issue.
Yep. You got to remember those side referees and the referees in general are right down there. They're right at the point of the thighs. They can tell exactly what's happening, how deep he's going. But like I'm saying, sometime from the front and from watching on the screen, it looks like it's deep enough. But you know, the lifters a lot of times are bending forward and not going down with their hips.
Yep.
And like I said before, the referees are in the perfect position to see the depth.
So, Big Blaine. Wow, he's definitely psyched up. He just walks out that weight like nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's deep.
Yeah, look deep. See what the referees say.
Oh, I'm sure it's 3 white lights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 whites. That's really
Wow.
nice. Really nice.
Now he's in.
Put 290 kilos on the board. 290 for Matthew Pearce, Great Britain. He will be followed by.
So we are starting this third round, the last round of the championships, squat round. Yeah, I think he could do this in his sleep. This
Yeah.
is 375.
Oh, I think so.
And deep enough. Yeah, do you think we're gonna see a 400 squat?
Today?
We're gonna, yeah.
I think we should.
Yeah, we'll see
I
if
think so.
he puts in his final squat attempt. They have 1 minute to put in the next attempt.
Yeah.
The rule says if after a successful attempt he doesn't put it in the 1 limit period, it's an automatic 2.5 kilogram increase.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, not too good.
No, it's 392.5 what they're going for.
285. We put 295 kilos on the board. 295 for Mihail Loutsis from Greece. He will be followed by Sprutta.
It's a real shame that Blaine missed his first attempt.
Yeah.
I
for
think
sure.
if he does that, then he would have gone for the 400 in his final attempt.
Yeah.
Okay, so Loutsis here. He also missed his first, but what in his second?
He's probably all psyched up from Greek beating the Russians last night in football.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Although it's a different line of sport.
That's for sure.
Oh, that was very high.
Yeah, it looked high. Quite a bit high, actually. We'll see what the referees say. Yes, it's 3 rounds.
There are no Greek referees there.
Hey.
Yeah, that was three red lights.
Even if there were, I'm sure they'd be impartial.
Yeah, you know it. They've been serving on a technical committee for what? Like
Actually, I was on for about, I think it was nearly 24 years or something.
24 years.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lifetime.
Yeah.
So Robert from Poland, we hope he gets this because he made his second lift and it was a 2-1 against. So let's see.
Yeah.
It's actually very good to see a Polish lifter. There were some Polish lifters, but in the lighter weight classes here.
Yes,
And
that's
Poland
right.
is usually a powerhouse in powerlifting. IPF
Yeah, in the
powerlifting.
last 6 or 7 years, they've really come along. In fact, they won the team title 1 year.
Oh,
Yeah, the open one, I think.
big fight.
Good try. Yeah, the Polish team won the world, I believe, men's open title. think it was maybe 3-4 years ago,
Oh,
if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, and they have powerlifting icon Oleg Yaroslav.
Yeah, he's quite a lifter.
It's like a phenomenon
Yeah.
in his own right.
Morris loaded. Kirkeboen from Norway.
Bill, did you talk to anyone here about equipped or raw, or what's your impression about?
Well, there's you know, there's people that want to lift equipped, and that's fine. There's people that don't want to spend 15-20 minutes putting a shirt on and pay a lot of money, and they want to test their unequipped strength, their real strength, shall we say, and that's good too. So in the next 2 years or so, year and a half, 2 years, it'll sort itself out, and whatever becomes prevalent becomes prevalent. You know?
All right.
But like I said before, with the unequipped lifting, it brings more people into the sport. It brings shot putters, track people in track, and people who train with weights and want to test their strength. It brings them in.
You think these guys would compete in powerlifting?
Oh, definitely.
meets?
Yeah, in the past I've had. In fact, I had training with us. I had Bishop Delegowitz, who was the Canadian shot put champion, and a couple other shot putters that trained with us regularly and lifted in contests. So, yeah, I think they will be coming in.
I think there is a question there.
Yeah, well, the question was, do I prefer raw, unequipped, or equipped lifting? I prefer unequipped. I believe it's a test of true strength.
Raw lifting.
Yeah, raw lifting is a test of true strength, and that's what it's all about. I mean, powerlifting itself is a test of all-round body strength, upper body, legs, and back, and without the equipment, it's a true test of what you can really lift. So that's just a personal preference, but yes, I like the unequipped lifting.
Well, unfortunately, the Brazilian missed his third lift. It's only one good lift in the third round so far from the Norwegian, Lars Kirkeboen.
Yeah, I just had a comment here that it's the most unequipped lifting is better for television for people watching. Well, this is true. I've been at a contest with, and maybe brought someone new, or someone new is at happens to be at a competition, and when they see someone in a bench shirt, they say, "What's that? How come can't get his arms down? What's something? What's?" And they can't understand.
Yeah,
sometimes,
for the layperson, it's like completely out of the world.
Sometimes it takes that to sort of make you see something, when someone else sees it that way. But it's preference again. I'm not completely against unequipped or equipped lifting, but my preference is unequipped lifting. Good try.
Sorry, Lars. A bit too heavy. Okay, we put 307.5 kilos.
All right, so it was a missed lift, unfortunately, of the other Norwegian, Lars Markussen, and now Tero Seppanen, Finland again. Yeah, not to speak of the people I've been talking to here in Sweden. They are really in favor of raw lifting. Again, a very controlled lift, and he's happy about it. Yep. Oh, the Finnish team. They are jumping up and down in the
happy guy
behind the screen. It's apparently it's a PB from the finish. Now we are well into the 300 range, above the 300. Well, I think also raw will become prevalent if enough people speak their minds and just, express their opinion about it in a civil way. Well, that was unfortunately a high squat. 3 red lights.
325 kilos on the bar. 325 kilos for Kruze from Latvia.
Let's see Martins from Latvia. Oh, he's confident.
Yes.
Do you know any background on this guy?
No, not on this
No,
fella.
you never-
No.
You've never seen him before.
No.
Well, his technique is good.
Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Well, he lets his technique talk, speak.
Yeah, he's
And
happy.
happy about it. And he's even posing for the camera.
Pritchard, Australia. Orange loaded for Stephen Pritchard. Come on now, Stephen. Show us some
Stephen
power.
Pritchard, Australia. Well, let's see. His nominated weight was 322.5, so this is gonna be
330.
330. And I mean, he was quite confident with the previous lift, the second lift.
Well, if the nominated weight was what he done maybe 3 months ago in a contest, this is a good weight because 330 would be his improvement.
Yeah, it's
So,
a watershed.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Good
Lift.
choice.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Yes.
Ah,
Very nice indeed.
very nice drive up.
See what the referees say.
I think it's gonna be good.
Good. 3 white
Yeah,
lights. Very good.
Okay, we put 332.5 kilos for Robin Sjögren, Sweden.
That was a very nice lift. Congratulations. So it's probably a PB from Stephen. Well, there was a question here about sponsors, equipment. I actually talked to one of the dealers and powerlifting equipment, and he surprised me by saying the composition of his revenue is more from raw sales now than equipped. I was quite shocked.
No, I was sort of surprised when you say that, but actually, there are things you have to sell. Knee sleeves. You can sell other things like wrist wraps still, and you're still gonna make money.
Wow, great lifting there from the Swedish.
And if this brings more people into the sport, they're going to have to buy knee sleeves as well. So
And follow suit.
yes.
All right, so we are at the finale for the squat. So did you see this lift from the Swedish guy?
Yeah.
He had a lot left in the
yeah.
tank. So Kovalchuk, 350. He missed it the second time around. Let's see if he can make it now.
Okay, no. Okay, setting up nice. He's nice and straight, set.
Right.
A little bit of a close stance, but we'll see. Looked like it was
It's
maybe a little
oh,
high, and you see his eyes are down. He's looking down.
Yeah, but I see some of the best lifters looking down, but I was always taught to look up.
Well, your body will follow where your eyes go.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, but some people just defy any logic.
No,
Like Oleg is looking down.
That's very true. Some people are just beastly strong, you know.
Yes.
But it's up to preference again. But there are certain rules that usually, or certain techniques that usually apply to everyone. But there's always exceptions to the rule.
Yeah, let's see if this guy is one exception. I don't know. I don't have the actual world standards here, but do you think the world record in the squat, super heavy? I think he set a world record already at 400
this guy
before.
here?
Yeah, this guy. So he's under
not
his world
sure.
record yet.
Yeah. Let's
If
see.
it was a world record.
Nice setup, nice wide stance. Knees are out.
Yeah.
Not today.
But But it was a nice try.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
we'll have a
Brilliant effort.
20 minutes break now.
So what did he end up with? Let's see.
So he's 375 now.